Hello Capricorn, this is Victoria from Mindful Bamboo and I'm here with your October tarot forecast. As always, we're going to be taking a look at what's going to be happening in your love life, in your work and career space, and what is the advice from the universe on how to best utilize the energies of the months. I have my Hermit Tarot cards with me to get you some messages from your person at the end, and to begin with, I'm going to pull a card from the Oracle deck. Today it's the Sacred Traveler. To see what's the theme, what's the vibe for the month of October for you. And we've got two cards here. Remember that this is a general reading, so take only what resonates for you. And if you like what I'm doing, don't forget to like the video, to subscribe to my channel, to comment, to share it with others. Okay, so you have choosing your path, all is possible, and great adventure. Take a risk, venture forward. Yeah, so you're choosing your path and you are supposed to go forward with it, right? And both aspects are important. Choose wisely and then start taking steps towards it. It's very important. Sometimes we get some good ideas and we're like, yes, yeah, that's exactly what I need to do. And then we procrastinate and we don't take actual action because we're waiting for a better time, for when we have resources, for bringing the right people in. But actually this is saying you're ready with what you have right now and you're supposed to start acting immediately. Okay, let's see what we have with tarot for you. I'm going to have for Capricorn, Three of Wands. This is for your love space. King of Wands and Death. This is Scorpio energy. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, or it's also one of the signifiers of the transformation season that we're stepping into, with the Scorpio season starting in October. Then we have the Hierophant. This is for your work situation. Five of Swords and Strength. Could be dealing with a Leo or a Taurus here. Yay, we have the Sun as the advice, the happiest card in the deck. This is Leo energy, more Leo. I don't know, yeah, very strong Leo here. 10 of Cups, beautiful. And the Temperance. So all wonderful energies. This is the Sagittarius energy, so you could be dealing with the Sag. Actually, the advice, a lot of, like, the energy in the advice section is mostly not even about taking action. It's almost like staying true to yourself, because everything is coming along as long as you let it happen and you let it unfold in your life. Yeah, you see bottom of the deck, Six of Wands, that's the public victory. It's underway. It's kind of like already there. It's just waiting for the perfect moment, because you are supposed to get into that state of energy, state of mind, where you allow for it, where you feel ready, right? Where you push the fears away, or better word, of course, will be you work through those fears and you release them. Okay, let's see what we have here. We have King of Wands, Three of Wands, and the Death. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, could be dealing with a fire sign. But what I'm getting here is there is a bit of a, you may feel a bit of a stagnation in your relationship and you want to bring in something new and exciting into it. And that's exactly the wish you're making. That's what the universe is going to try to bring in for you. Of course, it's not going to be as quick and simple as it might sound like, right? Because in real life, these big transformations take time. So what I'm seeing with this is it's going to start with energetic transformation for your relationship, right? So it's going to be like you will feel differently. Doing the same things that you do with your partner, you will start feeling differently about it, right? Like some things you will feel like you don't want to do anymore, they need to go. With others, you'd be like, I think we can do better here. Like, I don't know, we have like our date night is a movie night once, I don't know, in 2 weeks, for example, right? Maybe we can do it every week, or we can actually go out for dinner first and then go for a movie, so it's more exciting, something like along those lines, right? Like you'll start getting all those ideas and you want to put them into specific intentions. It's actually a great season for it, great time for it. So yeah, definitely go for it. And do not be discouraged that your partner may be set in their ways and they're very prescriptive about how they like things. Or maybe you are, being a Capricorn and Earth sign. Just allow for some space for creativity and excitement. Treat it that way, that it's a way to bring newness and excitement into your relationship, right? For some, I'm getting actually with all this once, it's going to be some experimentation in the bedroom. Why not? Whatever floats your boat. And again, it doesn't mean, like, the whole idea of experimentation doesn't mean that it has to be exactly a certain way, right? Even if your partner is pushing you to go with what they want, you still have your voice, right? You're supposed to speak up and say how you feel about it or what you want, right? And then you can, or I don't know, you can try everything and see how it works out for you, right? That's having fun with it. That's like being in that creative energy where you're making things happen, where you are co-creating, you're not just experiencing something happening to you, right? You're supposed to be in the driver's seat. That's the whole idea with the energy cards here. That you're supposed to choose the path and take steps forward. And going to the workspace now, we have the Hierophant, the Five of Swords, and the Strengths. So you may have some quarrels in the workspace this month, mostly because your colleagues or your boss or whoever you're having an argument with, they feel like you're a very strong figure. You're a strong, well, for some situations could be a strong competitor, right? Or you're a threat to their job. If it's a boss, for example, maybe they feel like you could get their position at some point and they will lose their job, something along those lines. So they feel your strength and your power, and that's why they start acting out and trying maybe to sabotage it to some extent. So be careful with those energies. Be careful with who you trust, what kind of information you share. You may not want to share too much, but know that even if this sort of sabotage and destructive energy, if it gets public, or it takes off your energy, or it creates some noise for you, don't think that don't take it in. Try to kind of slide off it and move on, right? Because it's kind of a test, first of all, for your resilience, for your strengths, and B, because it doesn't really matter. It's gonna go away. One way or another, it's a passing energy. Fives are about change, and this is a passing energy. But it's more important that you're stepping into a new level of leadership, and you have some important message that you need to share, right? So you need to move on with whatever opportunities are coming up for you, and with sharing of yourself, without thinking too much of how it's going to impact those naysayers around you. And I mean, a lot of times, like the wisdom that we keep hearing everywhere these days, that, it's their problem, it's not yours, but we still, even after we hear all those words of wisdom, we still feel for it, like we still get impacted. And that's a normal thing, especially if you are an empath or it's something that you're passionate about, right? We open up and we become more fragile to this kind of impacts. So yeah, just keep that in mind. If you have some sort of protection mechanisms for yourself, then employ them. But more than anything, do not take it seriously. Do not spend too much energy on those people and trying to prove them wrong or whatever. And look at that with the advice. Like I was saying, you don't even have to work too hard for it, right? Happiness is here. You have the Sun, which is the happiest card in the deck. This is about enjoying the moment, enjoying that, like that sunny day when it's not too hot, but the sun is actually warm. It's giving you that warmth. It's caressing your body with that warm air, with that energy, right? It's that sort of feeling where you're in it, you can embrace it, and you feel like you're getting a big hug from someone powerful and warm, right? Here we have 10 of Cups. Then again, it's a state. It's a state of emotional fulfillment. It's you realizing how far you've come, I'm getting here, and how many reasons you have to be happy and excited. And temperance is about balancing the masculine and the feminine energy. So think about that. See if there are ways where you've been too much in your feminine, too much in your masculine energy lately, and how you can bring some balance into your life. For example, if you've been too much in your feminine energy, maybe it's time now to start, being more decisive, or I don't know, even driving the course of the conversation with your significant other, what you want to do, what's going to happen next, things like that. Or if you've been too much in a masculine energy, maybe step away and just try to enjoy the moment, to take care of yourself, right? Bring in some joy without having to work for it. See what you have available, what you can make of it. Listen to your intuition, right? What is it telling you? What is the next best move? Messages for Capricorn from that person. This isn't the easiest deck to shuffle, but I'm doing my best. And there was a word definitely there, which I'm taking as a as a confirmation to what I was just saying. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Let's see. So we have definitely seek professional advice. Yeah, so your person is trying to tell you that, the change is change is a vital aspect of life, right? It's the sign of living thing, that living thing is being transformed, and that it's not always the same. The course of life is not like a straight line. So if you feel like you need someone else's help with that, or to give you some ideas or to guide you, then definitely go for it. And even when it comes to the love relationship, they understand that that may be the case as well. And they don't mind. They're not going to hold it against you if they understand that, for example, you decide to go to a coach or a therapist or somebody else who is getting some of those ideas off the ground. And then there is also I'm sorry and no. So it's up to you to take in whatever is that they are not really sorry for. But what I'm getting here is that they're trying to say they didn't want to hurt you. They didn't want to hurt your feelings with whatever they said or did recently. But they feel strongly about it, and they hope that you will understand one day what it really meant to them and why they said it or they did it. Take it how it resonates for you. And I must just add to that we were in the Mercury retrograde for the most of September. So there's a good chance that whatever went down between you two was said just out of that momentous energy. And Mercury retrograde is messing up communications, in all the different directions. And one of the things that happen is when people don't really, it's difficult for them to send their message across. So they're trying to do their best and, say it so that the other person will hear it correctly, what it's all about. But the other person may not necessarily take it the right way and may take it personally. Right? Those kind of ideas, those kind of energies are flying about, or there's a little bit of a broken communication of what I was really trying to say and what you heard me say, right? So maybe there was some of that in here as well. Take it how it resonated for you. If you feel like this is not your reading, you may want to try readings for other placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. And until that, I'm saying goodbye. I love you guys, and I'll be back with more readings pretty soon. Bye, everyone.